that, and while I was looking around, I found how we can make loadouts. So I will show that real quick. It was something that I honestly didn't see until recently. So when I was off camera, but yeah, now we can make we'll make different loadouts. I'll make one new message. Social rewards, weekly alliance, social reward, nice. Okay. Alright, where is... There's the quick way out.
That's what
Alright, we'll go over here. I might have a mission or something that I need to do.
What are we up to?
Considering that logo. Okay, so
Let's get
I enter the forge here, and then if I push Y, I go to my javelins selection. And then I can select my javelin and the different loadouts. So for example, there's the default loadout for my Colossus, which is very, very fire-based. So we'll just real quick create a new loadout. We will call it... Let's call it... Thunderwave. Alright. And now I can pick and choose which ones I want to use. Let's switch to Thunderwave, and we will... And then, so after we have Thunderwave selected, we'll go here, and then we can start working on our loadout. So first, for example, let me see. Okay, I cannot build a new one of those. So for example, with our Thunderwave, let's go with the lightning coil first, because we're going to be very electrically based, hence the name. Shock coil. Okay, we have a lightning coil and a shock coil. Bolts arc. In front of the Colossus, powered coil shocks enemies across a large area. Okay. Components. We will add the Vanguard emblem, and we will add the overclocked regulator. So we got a little bit more shock damage. Now this, it's the siege cannon. Let's see. Fires a high explosive shell, detonates a blast combo, or the flat cannon. Let's go with the flat cannon for now. Support gear, we'll go with the shield pulse as well. Weapons. We'll go with, I have a special cloud burst. We'll go with this cloud burst. We'll keep the same weapons for now. And we will change to a upgraded seismic glove.
It's all about the presentation.
Let's do something different. do painted obsidian, but we will change this to black, like storm black, and then we will change this to like let's try this one. Okay, that works. How about this one? No, that's too much yellow. In fact, just change this one to black again. That one works. Oh, there we go. Okay, that'll work. Where state, we're gonna go with brand new or standard. Animations, victory pose. We've got to do the chest pound. Rival animation. We're not gonna do that. And then that will be the completion of our Thunder Wave Javelin build. Now granted, we'll get some more work done and I'll see if I can get some more lightning based equipment, because then we can more fully dedicate ourselves to the Thunder Wave themed build for this. That aside, we can always go back to the default loadout. Let me just make sure. Vanguard's emblem. Yep, okay, we got everything on there. So that's good. Alright, now we'll play with the interceptor. And I don't have really much weapons or anything for the interceptor. I have some weapons that I can just generally use, but I don't have anything else for its construction. I have no components or strike systems or whatever. So we'll see what we can find. But we will keep using the Devastator. Or we will keep using the Interceptor for now. I wonder what's... Let's check this out. Oh, I have to do the Finding Old Friends mission. Alright. We can do that. As it seemed to be anyway that I needed to do that mission, so to really continue anything. I like how they do a different intro for each of the lancers here. They do a different kind of load up, which is kind of nice. I would like to try out each and every one of the lancers, and then maybe I might use that to produce some videos about Anthem and about each of the different lancers, how they kind of feel to operate and things like that. Maybe at some point. Let's see if we end up getting in a group, because if memory serves, the interceptor is very squishy. That gets designed for rapid strike and everything. So I might need to rely a lot on my ultimate ability, especially if I'm in large groups. Or hit and run tactics is what I'm thinking. I do like the artwork and the splash art. And still, like the fact that the Colossus that I had used for the previous few streams, which are up on my VODs channel, they will be up on my VODs channel soon, within the next couple of weeks. I've got some past VODs that I'm that are being on a scheduled upload schedule. So these Anthem ones have been are fit into that schedule as well. But oh, nice. Am I with? I'm with a ranger.
You won't get to
Nice.
see Princess Zim without bringing gifts. Yeah, I've marked locations where we'll find something that should work.
Tribute for a princess, huh?
It'll give me time to meet you there.
Wait, what?
You think I'd miss the reunion with your mates? I hitched a ride on a smuggler's strider.
Owen.
It'll be fine. Wait, one of them's coming. Back in a sec.
Wow, it's very fast and quite maneuverable.
Okay,
And it
I'm
does not
borrowing
generate
this
a lot of
Stratus
heat, not like the
amplifier.
Colossus.
Hand in with smuggled rabbits. It's not safe out here. Safe gets boring. Time for a freelancer adventure. You'll see.
Some scars in the area stole weapons from Princess Sim. Getting them back for her could be a good icebreaker. They're gonna put up a fight, though.
It's a wonder Scars even know what to do with guns. They're just a bunch of bugs. Well, they've got pretty good aim. Well, we stir things up now. Well, we stir things up now.
Do I have to charge it? I have to charge it. I didn't know you had to charge up a sniper shot.
Now take a look around for a weapon.
Nice shot. I'm gonna switch weapons here.
Okay, we got the weapons. Good, but it's not enough. Regulators aren't easily impressed. I've marked the next location.
Another Scar Camp, alright.
What are we getting here?
Relics. The Scars took a few from Zim's merry band of smugglers. Of course, they probably stole them first, but we can score points with Zim if we get them back. Well, after you take care of the walking bugs.
They're fighting like they mean it. Yeah, I never understood what Scars even want with relics. Not the time now.
Okay, see if you can find the relics. We got the relics. Almost have enough. Need one last bit of tribute for the princess. Location marked.
Nice.
You're looking for an Ursix.
Why?
Princess Zim loves to throw a good party. I hear grilled Ursix is her favorite dish. Good. I've got a chunk of that meat. I'm sure the scars will eat the rest. Good, we got it. One slab of Ursix ready to serve. Fresher the better. Now let's deliver it. I've marked the location for Princess Sim's hideout.
The Interceptor's very, very fast.
My Strider's approaching Zim's place. Now, before this reunion kicks off, do you really think Halleck and Faye will help?
We're all professionals.
Yeah, and I've seen professionals beat each other silly.
It won't be like that. The stakes are too high.
Let's hope. If the Dominion harness the Cenotaph, bad blood will be the least of our worries.
Also cools down real quick, which is
Managed
nice.
to sneak in.
How?
I hid in a rabbit cage. Yeah, it wasn't my proudest moment.
If the regulators catch you?
It's not a problem. This place is one giant party. I'll see you inside.
I have a bad feeling about this. Anybody else have that feeling? Probably the best idea is to try to talk to him first.
You need to see some friends of mine. They're working with Princess Zim. What did you bring? Tribute for Her Royal Highness.
It's adequate. You can go inside.
Oh, that's nice. So they have their own secret hideout fortress. Much like Fort Tarsus, I imagine.
How was the trip?
Well, the trip? Oh, it was fabulous. Yeah, I just love hitching a ride on a smuggler strider. It was first-class comfort all the way.
Behold the wonders of the palace. All hail Princess Zim. Long may she reign.
They do know
This
that she
seems
is
like a
not
bad problem.
A real princess, right? She's just a crazy smuggler with delusions of grandeur.
You scoped this place out yet?
What, you think I went in there alone? Are you crazy? No, I've been standing here waiting for you. Besides, it's your friends we're looking for.
Let's go find Halleck and Faye.
Ah, come on.
I really have a bad feeling about this. Did I
Hey.
stay in my armor?
Is that them over there?
If they let me through, I guess that means I'm not causing trouble, but...
Oh, pleasure doing business, Princess.
Our business is not yet completed.
No? I thought we had a deal.
Who is this, Haluk?
No one.
An old friend.
Please, invite your old friend over to join us.
I'm sorry, but we gotta go.
No. First, we celebrate our new partnership in the tradition of my people.
Well,
Come,
they got in
closer,
trouble.
friend of Haluk.
Scorpidin stinger, highly acidic. It's going to burn going down. A lot.
You know, I had a big
I think Faye is
breakfast.
having fun with that.
Refusing a meal is a grave insult to your host.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Forgive my ignorance, Princess. I didn't know people could eat this.
I come from a harsh and unforgiving land. Plants are scarce. Animals even more so. Before the Dominion conquered us, we had a saying. Food is life. Life is struggle. We understood that. We embraced it. It helped make us strong.
So that's why.
Thanks for the meal, Princess.
That was just the appetizer.
I feel like it's a special test that she's going to be putting him through.
Oh.
Behold, the pheromone sac of a young manticore, cured for an entire year in a vat of fermented chimera venom. A rare delicacy I have been saving for a special occasion.
After you, Princess.
I could not dishonor myself by eating while my guests go hungry.
I think she's planning on
I
killing
love
him.
Manticore.
Oh, I just ate it down. Oh my, I'm gonna be in trouble.
Our deal?
Be sure to thank your friend Haluk.
Oh, you look a little green.
Just need to sit down for a second.
What do you want?
I think what he meant to say was thank you.
I have a contract.
A contract? Well, we don't need your charity.
Excellent.
Faye, Halleck, this is Owen.
Cypher and Lancer in the making.
Corvus sent me.
Corvus? Huh. What, you some kind of a hotshot now? You got a lot of nerve after all this time.
Quit being dramatic. Sit down.
I'd rather stand.
Let's all go back to the Strider. I'll explain.
We got our own thing going. Thanks, but no.
Wait. Something's not right.
Dominion troops! Clear out! Scatter!
We'll keep your friends safe.
Don't worry about me. I'll see you there.
Oh, this is gonna be exciting. Can I just like get my suit real quick? If I've like walked in there with my suit, like that would have been helpful. Oh well. But maybe I get to make friends with Princess Zim since I ate their other thing. I had no idea.
What are you doing? Keeping the heat up. You can't fly a suit. You'll get yourself killed. Not if I shoot them first.
Oh, okay. They're right in front of my bullets.
Guys, there's too many of them. I think I overheated. You're coming after the Strider. Hang tight, I'm on my way. Owen, I'm here. Why can't I move? You panicked. Your javelin locked up. What do I do? Keep your head down. Gunway fire. This is bad. Clear them out. Can't have them taking shots at the Strider. I'm on it.
This is not how I saw this.
Don't do anything to draw their fire.
I'll be back soon.
Oh, I'm out of ammo. Ooh, headshot.
It's working. They're ignoring Owen.
for the moment.
Good. I mean, we showed them. Now, I wouldn't mind getting inside the Strider.
Oh wow, okay, that was a quick mission. It's definitely a different experience with the Interceptor. But I should take it out and do some more just general runs and see what we can get. Okay. Ooh, we got some new stuff. Venom spray and the venom bomb. We have that. We got a new Devastator and a Vengeance shotgun. I'm gonna get rid of that shotgun. What is it? Okay, mark that one. Get rid of the pistol. What's this thing? Tempest Strike. Close range melee strike that electrically charges an enemy. Aura combo. Nice. Okay. Well, let's salvage the marked. And we'll exit. Then we will continue our adventure. Probably see if we can add some to update our loadout a little bit. We got some new weapons and new equipment.
What a rush! I'd say we really took it to the Dominion back then, right? And I think we'll agree that I was pretty fantastic.
Oh, are you serious? That was a disaster. You were a disaster. Never do that again. Please.
Right. I'll just head to the amplifier.
Over here.
Sounds like those two have their own Strider, and they've been working and living on this Strider for a while. Roaming nomadic types.
Nothing's changed.
Oh, so it's the old Strider that the team was on.
Well, I should probably at least paint it or something.
The corrosion adds a nice patina. Should we talk about the weather next, or have we fulfilled our quota for small talk?
I don't think there's a penalty for going over. Read any good books lately?
Thousands of them. It's been a long time, you know?
It's good to see you again.
Is it? You're not just here because you need something. It doesn't matter. You're back.
I'm still picking up a lot of Dominion radio chatter, but we're losing sight about the sewers. Oh, not. Sorry, why have we stopped?
Damn it all to hell.
Alec, you still haven't replaced that actuator?
It's still good. And shut up. I got this.
Yep, off to a great start.
I have a bad feeling about this again.
Where's
I mean,
my
I had a bad
socket
feeling
wrench?
about the Owen thing.
Left in the box, as usual.
Never thought you'd be back here.
Life's just full of surprises.
Switching off starboard power before it overloads.
Oh, come on. That's just half the fun.
Can we please hurry this up? They will be on top of us any minute now.
Pliers.
So what are you
I
doing
think
here?
he's starting to calm
I'm
down.
helping you fix this garbage actuator. Again.
More reliable than some. So what's this contract of yours?
Can we please chat later? The Dominion will be here any second.
Owen, please, this is important. Just, you're not helping.
This is important because
Screwdriver.
Which
he's
one?
getting
Use your
things
words.
calmed down.
3/8, obviously.
I'm going back to the Heart of Rage.
Really?
The Dominion wants the cenotaph. Corvus hired me to get it first.
Well, that explains why Dominion troops showed up at Zim's.
Faye, light us up. Faye and I have 2 years of research and legwork on this. And you want what? Jump in the end and claim credit?
Halleck, time is of the essence. We have a lead that requires a Lancer right now. Shouldn't we work together?
No! I can handle it.
You've got the Dominion on your back, and you don't think that maybe you could use a hand?
We could find someone else.
You go right ahead, mate.
Not in time, we can't.
You need me, and I can't finish this contract without you.
One job. Just one. I got a Strider to drive.
You said you have a lead?
We might. One moment. As expected. Hold these, please.
You found something about the cenotaph or the Heart of Rage?
Zim did. Pays to have friends, you know.
Some friends.
I'm sure you've heard of the Legion of Dawn, General Tarsis.
What? General Tarsis?
Yeah, she entered the last Heart of Rage and reached the center, the cenotaph. How? I've done the research. Her javelin could do the impossible. It had unique shields and who knows what else.
Wait, you think you found her armor? The original Javelin of Dawn?
Yes, finally. Now we just need to go get it. Interested?
Wow.
Well,
This
personally, I can't
sounds
wait
like
to see it.
fun.
Just give me whatever intel Her Highness had, and let's get the expedition started.
No need. I'll be supporting this mission. I've already done all the relevant research.
Uh-oh.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Owen's kind of feeling left out of this adventure. Ah, brother. Oh, and we're back. Okay. I thought they were gonna drop it somewhere else. Alright, activate the forge. Go to the forge.
We've got the basics running
Got a
smooth.
new assault system.
Anything else?
We're gonna use the grenade. We got a new strike system. Sure, why not? Let's do the venom. Because why not go full poison? I will remove the Tempest Strike. That's done. Let's upgrade the Devastator. I have I have a new Defender Assault Rifle. Maybe I'll do the Assault Rifle instead of the Scout Rifle. Target Beacon. I didn't get any components, did I? Oh, I have some. Let's do this. And... oh! Sure, let's do that one. That should help. Describe a component that augments Javelin ultimate gear and increases damage dealt. Okay, that'll be useful. So the only thing is I have the Power 1 Twin Blades. Because they have strongholds now. Speak with Tassin.
Freelancer, I trust your reunion with Halleck and Faye was productive.
There are a few less Dominion who will be bothering us.
Always good. So what's the next step?
The tomb of General Tarsis. They think her original javelin is still there.
I'll assume it's for more than just a historical tour.
Faye says that javelin could get us into the Heart of Rage.
Then I'm glad I could bring old friends back together.
Well, we're still getting, reacquainted.
Make it work.
Yeah, that's a word.
In the meantime, Corvus has other jobs that might interest you.
You know me. I'll take any job I can get.
These aren't your usual run-of-the-mill contracts. They're tough.
I can handle it.
Then talk to my agent, Sev, for a full briefing. He's in the bar. Or rush in if you want. I know that's more the freelancer style. Whichever the case, keep up the good work.
That's where the strongholds are unlocked. Strongholds are combat-focused missions that see you taking on difficult threats in the region, and I wasn't able to finish reading that.
I've got a complication.
Okay. No, might as well talk with Faye real quick. See what she's up to. The first cipher was lost to the music of the Anthem of Creation, and now she stands guard in the gateway, guiding the ciphers who stray too far. Oh, I get it. She was lost to the music, and now she's a beacon.
Lucky Jack. Keeping busy?
You know it. Just had a contract dealing with scars. I show up and they're messing with a relic. Good thing some buddies jump on the call. We've got elementals swarming, scars everywhere, then a love-struck Koroks shows up.
What happened?
Teamwork, fancy flying, and one heck of a lucky shot. Next thing I know, the relic's silent, the Koroks has a new friend, and we come out all right.
Starting to see where you got the nickname.
It could have gone straight sideways, I'm telling you, but that's what family's for. Stronger together, right?
It's the best way to survive. Nice to have company, too.
More eyes, more ears. And more witnesses when you do something awesome.
Like dealing with love-struck Koroks.
It's not something you forget. Just wish scheduling the next job was easy.
Is there a problem?
My buddies and I thought we'd team up on another contract. Last one went well, so why not, right? Now they can't agree which job to take. I just want something logged in the pending contracts report.
What are your options?
An Arcanist looking for a lost vault. Gotta love some mystery. Or the fort needs people to take on hostile wildlife. Guaranteed action there.
I'd say go for the mystery because there's a higher chance of action.
Do you really want to pass up a chance to uncover lost secrets?
That's what makes the job exciting, isn't it? All right, buddy. Using you as the tiebreaker. Wish me luck.
I'm not sure you need it.
Yeah. I'll see you around.
Oh, that was fun. Uh-oh. I feel like this chat with Owen isn't going to work
You
very
called me.
well.
I did. Do you have time for a chat? Or, I don't know, do you have to run off and find Faye?
You're mad.
No. Just having a little fun.
Would you tell me if you were mad?
Of course. We're friends.
Glad to hear it.
You said so. But anyway, I'm not mad.
Maybe I'm the one who should be mad after that stupid stunt you pulled.
Stunt?
Stealing.
Borrowing.
Borrowing that javelin.
Come on. A couple of hiccups, but overall a successful run. Tactically solid, and it all turned out great in the end.
You were
Tactically
lucky.
solid? Come on, it was a mess. You were lucky I was there.
That's fair. But you have to give me some points for ballsiness.
Okay, sure.
Since it all turned out, yeah. Points for sheer overconfidence.
It was fun, though. Wasn't it? And you. You were something else out there. Smashing Dominion left and right. You're fantastic.
You know, Owen, I'm never quite sure when you're being straight with me.
Ha! We'll start with probably not. It's safer that way. Come on. I'm an open book. What do you want to know?
Did you always want to be a cipher?
I never wanted to be a cipher. It wasn't my choice, but I have the gift. I was one of 6 kids. It made sense. Parents saw it as an opportunity. Except, they didn't tell me. Just dropped me off. My dad was crying, but I didn't know why.
Where was your mother?
Jail. We were poor, but I guess she was a thief, really.
How old were you?
8.
Ooh. Oh, this is a tough one. Maybe they thought it was best, but
I'm
generally,
sorry, that sounds really painful.
Bah. It was a long time ago. I just wish they'd asked me, you know?
And what changed in you when you became a cipher?
What? You mean besides the feeling that the people I love could be one step from abandoning me for my own good? I'm kidding. You meant the thing where every cipher is a little broken. What's my broken bit? Nothing important. Doesn't matter. In the end, a cipher can hear the anthem. Hear it. The music of the gods. Who wouldn't give up almost anything for that?
You?
Oh no, I would. Anything. Anyone who says different is a liar.
Okay, well, I'm not convinced that he's all
Thank you
good
for
to
coming
go.
to see me.
You said there was a complication? What's happened?
I took a look at the intel Zim gave us.
It's no good.
She promised us 1 location. She delivered 5.
All right, that's, unexpected.
Zim's data is a fragment of text from the Legionnaire Leotrel the Unbroken. She was the General's right hand and, according to legend, the one who laid Tarsus to rest. The text mentions guardians and 4 tombs that must be visited to find the Javelin of Dawn. The data's barely readable. I'll try to get more out of it while you and Owen look for these tombs.
Right. Send me the locations. I'll check them out.
Alright, let's take a look, I guess. New markers. Faye marked the locations of the tombs of the Legionnaires on your map. Together, they may hold the secrets to something or other. New challenges. Complete the Legionnaire's challenge to access their tomb and earned coin. Challenges are in the Cortex, blah blah blah. Other text that came
down Howlick, yeah?
and went too fast.
One of the greats. Such a wonderful laugh. Hope he finds it again.
We'll see.
Oh, I didn't expect him to chat with me. Alright, though.
Well, look who's come around. Looking sharp, Big Star.
Big star there
Feeling
was.
better?
Yes, indeed. Flying high.
What have you been up to?
Freelancing. Always freelancing. And some shady business.
Shady business?
Oh, yeah. A sorry tale of woe, my glamorous friend. You want to hear it?
Sure.
I'm
I'll
all
hear
ears.
your story.
See? This is why I like you. You understand that when adventure comes knocking, you open the damn door.
It's chapter 1 of the Freelancer Handbook.
There's sexy danger, sexy bad choices, probably more sexy danger.
Tell me what happened.
I found myself in a game of chance with some dubious regulated types. Not the good kind. These were real knee breakers. In hindsight, it probably wasn't a good idea.
How'd you end up there?
They asked. Who knows? What did I have to lose?
A boring afternoon?
Nothing wrong with diving in, right? Sexy danger. Anyway, this game, I kind of bet my javelin suit.
You did what?
You're
I was
kidding.
confident I had the winning hand.
Let me guess. Sexy bad choice?
Affirmative. Turns out my cards were crap. Yeah, out. Things got pretty ugly.
So you lost your suit?
Not yet. They gave me a deadline to deliver it. So I was sitting here, trying to figure out what I should do.
Make him a deal. They could use a Lancer.
See if they want to do a trade. Instead of your suit, they might take something else.
I don't know. Maybe.
They're smugglers. They'll bargain for sure.
Yeah, you're right. I'm out there running across all kinds of valuable stuff. It has to be something they want.
They'll get it. They're interested in profits. That's what you're offering.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. I'll talk to you later.
I hope that works out for her. Otherwise, there's going to be a problem. Uh-oh.
Alec. Hey there.
Are we on speaking terms?
Depends on what you have to say.
How about we start by breaking the ice? It's been 2 years. What happened?
People go their separate ways. That day in the heart of rage, you forgot about it. Faye and I didn't. Simple as that.
We came out alive. Figured every hour after that was a gift, so why brood?
Who says I'm brooding?
Well, when's the last time you put on the suit?
Oh, no. You don't get to show up out of nowhere and start interrogating me. So how about this? Outside the job, we're just two, I don't know, long-lost cousins getting to know each other again. See what happens.
I'll bite. We start fresh.
Well, some of us are 45 years old, so fresh is being kind. Maybe I'm your uncle.
Maybe we'll even be friends.
Sure, kid. As long as we're pretending. But on the job, don't think I'll go easy on you.
Oh, I feel like that's gonna be a problem. Or maybe I should have said I didn't forget. Let me talk with
Got a
Faye
minute
real
to
quick.
talk?
Unless you're suited up for a mission, I've got all the time in the world. Honestly, I'm surprised you agreed to take the job from Corvus after everything.
If the Dominion weren't here to put the pressure on, I probably wouldn't have agreed.
But you did. None of the other freelancers would even consider trying again.
Have you kept in touch with anyone else?
I tried to, at first, but most of the survivors wanted to forget they had ever been freelancers. The ones who stuck around did not appreciate my interest in going back to the Heart of Rage.
What made you so determined to go back in?
There's still so much I want to understand about the storm, the Anthem, and what went wrong.
You really think you'll find answers?
Does it matter? The world is filled with mysteries. Chasing the solutions, that's where the fun is.
I'm looking forward to the solution, not getting hung up on failure. I envy that.
That's why you left, isn't it? You got sick of dwelling on the past. I can't blame you. You needed to get out there and chase something you couldn't see.
It means a lot to hear you say that.
I came here from Anthem back in the day. Can you imagine? Beautiful, civilized Anthem. To the frontier. Because I wanted to see what's out here through a Lancer's eyes.
Well, I can probably handle being your eyes out here.
I know you didn't really want to do this, any of this. But I'm glad you're here, even if you're not.
Oh, all right. That's fair. Good start.
You better have it by next week.
Oh, Will. Thank you.
You're lucky she's not here. Zim's not as lenient as I am.
Oh. Yeah, Princess Zim is quite the character.
I hear the
She
Legionnaires'
seems to
tombs weren't open for just anyone. You need to prove yourself worthy by completing their trials.
I'll head into the bar and check something out.
Sometimes sauce can be the worst thing, you know?
Oh, he's a
Sometimes
problem.
sauce can be the worst thing, you know?
I don't want to talk to you.
Are you Sev? In the flesh. You must be the freelancer Tassin hired. Huh. You actually look capable.
Were you expecting otherwise?
No? Well, sort of. I'm used to getting scraps, not resources.
I thought Corvus would have plenty to go around.
Oh, they do. But I'm in the proverbial doghouse. Long story short, I pissed off the wrong people and ended up in this shithole.
I disagree
At first
with
glance,
that.
Fort Tarsus may not seem like much, but
It's a shithole. The bar doesn't even have a name.
I used to, but
I know the story. All the stories. Let's just talk about the job. Corvus has received reports of Scars ambushing supply caravans.
Pretty standard.
Except they were using some new acidic weapon. Extremely potent, not the usual Scar fare.
Scars are scavengers. They must have gotten the acid from somewhere.
Great minds. I had a scout follow a trail of the gunk to a possible source. Your cipher has the coordinates.
Nice work, Sev.
What kind of intelligence agent would I be if I didn't give you a little intel? Let me know when you're on your way.
Okay, maybe I think I'll do Sev's mission. And what's her name? The owner of the bar. I think the owner of the... I don't know. There's something... we need to pull up pull that up later. I think the owner of the bar might be, at the very least, close to Princess Zim. Like Princess Zim infiltrating Fort Tarsus to have a shot at a semi-normal life. Or maybe that's how she won the bar. That's my thought. Anyway. Tracked mission free play. Change mission. Thought I had... Let's just do normal free play right now. Get some supplies and equipment for our new javelin. So that's what a grabbit is. Okay. And apparently they're pets of some kind. Somewhat intelligent from the sound of it.
The Legionnaires
All
answer
right,
to
let's do
Tarsus.
this.
It could be that completing her trials might open all of those things at once.
Oh, I might not have a choice. Alright, let's go. Alright. Oh, I got a new Legionnaire friend. Or I got a new... Okay, so there's one over there. Oh, okay, I guess I fast traveled. Trials of the Sharpshooter, huh? I hope I don't have to do this in a weird order.
Well, that's one down. Just 3 to go.
What? Okay, I don't even... For the sun of the stars... Oh no. Heavens. Interesting. So wait, what was my mission? I didn't even know that I had to fast travel to here. Oh, that's a brute. Okay, so that's what a brute is. I'm not... That's not a scar.
Shooter.
Oh, okay, literally it's just its own... Strider just sitting there. Oh. I'll find some stuff. Better switch. be a tomb around here. There it is.
If you want to look for it, Zim's intel suggests there's a Tomb of the Blade Master nearby, which is apparently important to Faye for this plan of hers. There. The Tomb of the Blade Master, Gannis.
Can I switch? Can you switch? Oh, there's only a few rounds to this. Melee defeats, ultimate defeats, legendary defeats.
Aspirin.
Okay.
Before you lies the final resting place of Legionnaire Garnis, Guardian of the Dawn. You have been found wanting.
Okay, so the marksman I completed. I must have completed, but... Shot out of the sky. All right, I gotta do melee stuff. Uh-oh. See, I need to do legendary defeats. Alright, melee defeats is done. I need to do ultimate defeats. do ultimate defeats and then legendary defeats. That must be like Titans or something. Or legendary bad guys, maybe? Ouch. Ooh, that hurt. Okay, there we go. Regenning now. I'll have to use my ultimate. Some kind of script. Alright. Next market is... Oh, I completed Yevenia's trial. Here we go. I gotta find these other tombs and stuff, but I also gotta see the challenges. Okay. I'm gonna put this, switch over to my assault rifle. There's something down below me. Salvage. Nice. Ultimate ready. See what's over here. Serpent's View. Wow, I've never seen this area before. Looks nice though. Iron Serpent. This might be the wrong way. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is definitely the wrong way. Go up. Nope. I've got to go a different way. Let's park this and check. Ordered some Javelin parts, and they finally came out on the Strider today. I was thinking about getting a scaly reptile paint job for my suit, but ended up getting those supremely cushy impact pads that go inside. They're called Royal Impact. I think it's usually the Sentinels ordering them. Question: if all the Sentinels walk around in these, why are they so angry? I mean, they have these tiny super soft rodents strapped to their parts all day. That should make you happy. Interesting. He pops down to the market and orders about 100 sour lemon fruits. Grab one of those. The lemons solved, huh? Where are the lemons? I figured out what he's doing with them. Just don't ask me how I figured it out. Sometimes I'm not proud about what must be done in the pursuit of truth. I will say I'm glad our job involves fighting crime, because I'm excellent at that stuff. Okay, so the other guy, he turns out he was trying to make some kind of pie or pudding and kept messing it up. I have no idea why he was so bent on making this pie. Maybe he was making it special. Maybe he has someone special to make it for. Scandal, I love it. Okay. Good to know. Right, thank you. Owen, just ahead. I've been issued a citation for the organization of Fort Ciphers, who knew that was a thing for unprofessional behavior, something about activity unbecoming a cipher of my level and experience, blah blah blah. There's a fine. I'm inclined to ignore it, but I won't have access to the amplifiers in the Enclave until I pay, so I paid it. Therefore, wait, I will be removed from the server. I'm very active. Promise. I'm trying to find something. Okay, well, I can't seem to find... Where am I even... Where was I even trying to go? Like, I'm over here. Oh, that's where I was trying to go. I can't port there. Where's that other one? The Tomb of Gawain's. Isn't that one the one that I have to finish the... Okay, so the other one I haven't even gotten to that area yet. Okay. So if I have a connection problem, from the server to exit to the okay. Great. Thank you. That's exactly what I needed, I think. No, I was trying to...
Hey there. Piece of advice? Okay, where do I start? Your temper can get to... No, I'm saying from me to you. Oh, sure. What have you got? This fight with the Monitor?
burning into your brain. Someday it'll be the good old days. The legend that gets freelancers excited. And reminds you what badass feels like.
Years must be catching up if you forgot something like that.
Getting an aptitude, huh?
Looking for signs of senility.
I'll have you know that badass courses through these veins. I defined it. That rogue Ursix that terrorized Shadow Gap Trench? I put the final bullet in its brain. Or that Battle of Wyvern Horde at Indigo Vale? I was there.
Yeah? What was it like?
A dozen freelancers dropped in from above. Down a sheer cliff, landed in a circle on an outcropping. Nothing but death below. No margin for error. Had to surround them. 12 pairs of boots hit the ground in unison. 12 guns started blazing. And a bunch of Wyvern died wishing they never met a freelancer. It was magnificent.
That was
All right,
good.
I'll give you that one. Pretty impressive.
Badass.
If you can remember it.
Kid, no one will ever forget it.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay, I've got some tombs to go find, I guess. Okay, there's just a small chat. Okay. Should have gotten a bunch of stuff, but I didn't get to see what I got. Let's check out the forge. Okay, so let's see. No. That one's taken care of. What about the strike system? Tempest strike. No, not at that level. I did get a new Phantom Star. That's nice. Components. I'm pretty happy with the ones that I already have. I'll get rid of this. Alright, so far so good.
Here's my favorite.
Okay, back into the forge. Let's check if
Javelin ready to go.
which one would I want to do? Animation. Nope. Well, order state's already set. Animations, victory pose. Wait, that one does that one too? Okay, I'll take it. Rival. It has a stretch one instead. Okay, okay. Not my favorite one. But I will do the new arrival animation and do the new victory pose. I wonder if they have more victory poses. Let's take a look. Oh, there's a lot more. Fancy bow, raise the roof, fist in the air, standing backflip. Let's do the backflip. I know that cost me coin, but you gotta have some style. We'll do the standing backflip. Okay, there we go. We're done. Back out into the wilds. Back doing the tracked mission, I guess. a brightly colored river. Moving.
The Legionnaires' answer to Tarsus, it could be that completing her trials might open all of their tombs at once.
I don't think that's how that works. Poison's really something. Maybe I should change my color palette to match more of like a snake, like a viper or something. Right off the ship.
Sentinels calling for assistance. Friendly Lancers, please respond.
Found their signal. It's not far off.
Yep, not far off. Wait a minute. Is it? Couldn't tell if it was in the mandible or it was outside the mandible somewhere else. I should have checked the map or something.
The Sentinels shouldn't be far. Let's keep moving.
Guess I'm in the right area. Oh, looks like it. Yep.
Scars, this will be trouble.
All right. Come on. Got it.
Sentinels in bad shape. They need your help.
Thanks, Freelancer. Thanks.
I'm picking up scars. They're headed your way.
Not sure what all the sentinels are doing around here. Oh, that went way too fast.
We need to take the advantage. I'm on it.
Sentinels in bad shape. They need your help. Sentinels in bad shape. They need your help. Scar heading this way, and fast. That can't be good. You need to get to that Sentinel.
Close one. Thanks, Freelancer.
Sentinels in bad shape. They need your help. Sentinels in bad shape. They need your help.
Need something to repair my armor.
Thought I was done. Thanks. Give me a hand.
Ah!
You need to get to that Sentinel.
Yep, and I was trying. I'm the only one in this area, so I just have to respawn. If I had my Colossus, it probably wouldn't be that big an issue, but... Eat the targeted Scar. Okay.
Heads up, you've got Scars headed your way. Scar heading this way, and fast. That can't be good.
What's the targeted one? Oh, hello. Heads up. Pardon me.
Thanks. Close one. Thanks.
Thanks, Freelancer.
You need to get to that Sentinel.
One's down.
Good job. That Scar isn't hurting anyone anymore. The Scars will keep being a threat if we don't clear the area.
Okay. Didn't do too well in this one.
Thought I was done. Thanks.
Oh, of course the brutes are back.
That's it. Keep it up. Too many even for Scars. Where are they getting reinforcements?
Okay, we're good. Okay, we will keep going. managed to save 2 out of 3 or
Look,
4.
a gate.
So.
And they're keeping it open. There will be chaos if we don't shut this down. You need to go after the anchors. You got it. Good. Almost there.
2 more.
Getting closer. One more. Destroy the gate! That gate is extremely unstable.
All right, it's done it.
Look at that! They're running!
I can't believe I managed that one. On my own with an interceptor. I probably should have switched to use a different one before the interceptor. Maybe like the storm. Because the interceptor has the lightest armor of them all, I think. So, and going from a Colossus, which has the heaviest armor, and like fast armor regen, and it's generally just very that it's very, very hard to beat. To going to an interceptor is probably a bit of a jump for me, because it's a completely different play style. Like, I can't be tanky, I have to constantly be moving if I want to survive. Concentrated firepower is great though. Glad I switched to the assault rifle. Alright, there should be a 2. Over here. I'm not doing time trials. I don't like that. That was some artillery. Ah, there it is.
So, the tomb of the tactician is supposed to be around here, somewhere, according to Princess Sim. You might want to find it for Faye in her master plan.
I still feel that Owen is very, very sour about what's going on.
You found it! The tomb of Carrick, the tactician.
Am I in? Combo triggers.
Before you, aspirant, stands the resting place of Legionnaire Carif, Guardian of the Dawn. Your worth has been measured and found wanting.
Combo triggers. Triggered a few, but I don't know how many you triggered
Before
entirely.
you, aspirant, stands the resting place of Legionnaire Carif,
I triggered
Guardian
like
of the Dawn.
one
Your
or two.
worth
Yeah,
has
I
been
triggered a
measured
couple.
and found wanting.
So if I go
Before
here,
you, aspirant, stands the resting place
If I
of
do-
Legionnaire Carif, Guardian of the Dawn. Your worth has been measured and found wanting.
Give me a hand.
this is so close. So very, very close. I don't think there's anybody around me. I need to get used to the interceptor. It's very, very fast. But that also means that it's very, very squishy. Let me make this silent. I need to figure a combo. Combo. Wouldn't that be a combo? I'll have to see what.
Need some help?
I showed you.
Okay. Let's try that again.
Outlaws trying to claim this place? I don't think so. Those turrets are a serious threat. Take them out.
I am almost dead already. I need to switch to my sniper. Oh, what about half hit?
One turret down. Good work.
Still more to go.
Yep.
All turrets down. Excellent work. Another one! Not making this easy, are they?
Ouch. That was a rocket.
Down the boss. They'll be scrambling for a while. We need to clear this lot before we do anything else. They're too much of a threat. You did it! They're on the run! Good work, mate.
Nice. That took a lot longer than anticipated. I guess I need to go find... Maybe I need to find the tombs first, and then I can see the... Where's the tomb of what's her name? That's the Carif one. Oh, she was right there too. The 4 right.
And the second Guardian has been greeted. Halfway there.
Here, find Legionnaire Savannah 4 right of Dawn, who stood with Tarsus and shall stand forevermore among her honor guard. Make offering? Exchange crafting material for a legendary universal component or support. Here, used by your current javelin. What is this one? Okay, then do rare. Okay, and then it slowly builds up from there. Okay, okay. Okay. I don't even have enough ember for that. Alright, good to know. I do agree. The Interceptor is very agile and quite quick. And it's that type of thing that needs to be taken advantage of. Oh, it's underneath Fort Tarsus, named after General Tarsus from the Legion of Dawn. One? Ah, there is another one. Regulator store sale flyer. Oh, Uncle Vonnius. Okay. Like where what's her name was from. And like my uncle said, we gave them an offer they couldn't refuse.
Okay, watch us run. Whenever you're ready.
Oh.
Getting a message from...
Hello.
It looks like an Arcanist contact of mine. Needs something investigated.
Looks like that grenade needs an upgrade. That one works good. We have quite a few different world events.
According to the Arcanist, there should be an arcane vault nearby. They'll appreciate anything we can recover. An arcane vault. With the right script frequencies, it should open. Find the tuning points, and we can start matching the frequencies. You've got some wicked creatures heading your way.
What's the next one? Ah.
There, tuning points.
Six, seven.
We'll need more.
something's angry. Really? It's timed? I can't find where the other tuning point is. There it is. 2, 1.
We've got the script frequencies. Head back to the vaults. Final tuning will take time. Stay close to the vaults. That's trouble. Push them back. Oi, hold up. You need to stay close. Ha! Vault's open. That's what I like to see.
Oh, that's a legendary. I need to take you down. There's a lot of them.
All right, they're down. Good.
Nice. Now I need to find a few more legendaries. I don't think they're that. Let's see what the other guys are up to. Maybe they can help me with this challenge.
Looking good. Let's get this done.
Oh, that's a Titan.
It's finished. It's done. Good.
Well, I helped, I think.
Detecting a big wave of Shaper energy somewhere close at hand. Okay, I'm seeing an energy surge. Has to be a Shaper relic. Let's find it. Watch out, that relic's unstable. Find the fragments and bring them back to the Shaper relic. With luck, that will silence it. First one down. What's this? You've got Dominion headed your way. You got it. Good.
Alright. Alright, you can only... And
Relic is silent.
that's silence.
The Fort's lucky to have you. Keep your head up. They're not finished with us yet. You did it. They're on the run.
Cannot forget the loot chest. There we go.
Right.
What's our
That takes
time
care of the
now?
lockdown.
2 minutes and 10.
There's the black box. Looks intact. You've done it. Messaging the Sentinels on this one.
some weapon parts. Nice. That up. Look at that scenery. Alright, everybody. I think I'm going to call it here. It's been a fun and awesome time. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. I will see you guys next time.